called Oldest Ice. It's an international project with scientists from around the world working together. The working conditions are rough. Temperatures can get down to 110 below zero with an average summer temperature of a balmy 58 below. The oldest ice core taken up to now is 800,000 years old, but that doesn't go back far enough for the scientists. The goal of Oldest Ice is to find an ice core going back 1.5 million years. They'll dig down 1.5 miles into the ice to get the core. It's hoped the oldest ice will help scientists understand Earth's changing climate over the last 1.5 million years.
It's fascinating science.
Science, yeah. The ice here. Dig through that. That's our time for now. We'll see you back here tomorrow. News 3 at 5 starts right now.
Right now at 5, the Columbia County District Attorney has resigned. We will have the very latest.
A Janesville homicide suspect has been arrested in Texas. How the victim's family is reacting.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 5.
News 3 now. For the second day, the Columbia County District Attorney's office is closed.
We now know that DA Tristan Egan has resigned today, putting the blame on county staff. Amanda Quintana is here with the details. Amanda?
Yes, well, the State Department of Administration confirmed DA Tristan Egan resigned today. She said she was given an ultimatum by the county to either leave or keep operating the office the way it was, which she calls completely inoperable. In her resignation letter, Egan says before she took office, county officials, quote, appeared to be attempting to strong-arm my opinion and gain favor. County officials implied that if I ever wanted to be elected, I should put my own opinions aside and do as I was told. Today, the DA office lights were off and the blinds were drawn just like yesterday. Now we understand why Egan wasn't there. In her letter, she goes on to say her, quote, perfectly functioning office was cast in a negative light and the county chiseled away at it, refusing to replace employees and even terminating one. She also says the county wouldn't tell her any details of a harassment allegation made by someone in the DA's office. She believes all of this has resulted in, quote, diminished prosecution of criminal offenses, victims of crime being pushed to the side. But the county clerk today told me the court calendar is being kept up despite there being no DA. Multiple initial appearances happened this afternoon with an assistant district attorney present. And prior to this news of her resigning, other county officials were very confused about why that office was not open. They really didn't understand why she wasn't there.
Amanda Quintana reporting.
Thanks, Amanda.
Amanda, thank you. One of the cases out of Columbia County today, the murder of Tanya Hushva. Her husband is charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Fouad Pashayev made his first appearance from the jail via video, facing life in prison for the intentional homicide charge. He's also charged with bail jumping since he was already facing 11 domestic violence charges from January. In that case, one of the terms of his bond was to have no contact with Tanya. Her body was found by police on Thursday, but we now know she had been killed about 5 days earlier.
The household was clearly a murder scene. As laid out in the police report, the child could not have helped but seen disturbing things in the home.
The judge granted a $1 million cash bail today and ordered him not to have any contact with their 2-year-old daughter. He is not a U.S. citizen, so if he makes bail, he must surrender his passport.
Let's get a first check on the weather now. Dave Caulfield is outside on the weather patio. Dave?
Well, another nice day, Susan, with temperatures in the mid-60s and plenty of sunshine. The clouds have been on the increase, though, this afternoon ahead of, well, we'll just say some fun on the way for the next couple of days. Fun in heavy sarcastic quotation marks there. Live look in Madison, the WISC-TV Skycam showing partly sunny skies. Doppler track not showing much right now. Our storm system still getting its act together on the lee side of the Rocky Mountains. It will move in by the time we get to the mid-morning hours of tomorrow, early afternoon hours of tomorrow as well. Some rain and snow showers are possible across southern Wisconsin. Temperatures right now are in the lower to middle 60s across much of southern Wisconsin. To the north, closer to Camp Douglas and Watoma, we are in the 50s. So that's a bit cooler than we were at this time yesterday when temperatures got into the 70s for highs for the first time in 2019. Wind speeds have been gusty and they will remain gusty. It will be a windy stretch of weather as we head into Wednesday and Thursday as well. It's another thing we have to keep in mind. Temperatures are dropping quickly through the 50s into the mid 40s by later on tonight, and the clouds will be on the increase as well. So we'll go over all the fun stuff on the way across southern Wisconsin over the next couple of days in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dave. A woman has been arrested for a third offense of operating while under the influence after a crash on John Nolan Drive this morning. It happened at the John Nolan and North Shore Drive around 3 o'clock this morning. A witness told officers the driver was speeding and appeared to be racing another vehicle when she lost control and rolled her car several times. Officers have arrested 33-year-old Joanna Phillips. Police say a 10-year-old child was hurt during the crash and is currently in stable condition.
Initially, this driver denied that she was involved in this, but eventually we were able to, again, place her under arrest for a third offense, drunken driving, with a child in the car, causing injury.
John Nolan Drive was closed for several hours because of the crash.
The contractor working in an apartment building that partially collapsed yesterday did not have a permit to do the work. George Hank, the director of the City of Madison Building Inspection Department, told News 3 Now that the building at Summit Hill Apartments on McKenna Boulevard has been deemed no occupancy until the owner has an engineer evaluate the structure and provide a plan to repair or rebuild it. A fire department spokeswoman said contractors removed a load-bearing wall during the project on the building's lower level, and as a result, the floors above caved in. The Madison Fire Department said more than 35 people have now been displaced. The family of a Rock County man murdered in February says they are finding some comfort now that their son's alleged murderer is in police custody.
Jacob Davenport was arrested yesterday in Texas for the murder of James Thompson. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter has followed this story since the beginning and joins us from our bureau at the Janesville Gazette with what Thompson's family is saying today. Adam?
Well, the Thompson family says they are still missing their son each day, but their hearts are being put at rest knowing that the person responsible, or who might be responsible, I should say, for killing 28-year-old James Thompson is in police custody today. Now, back in early February, Thompson was found killed along the 800 block of Vine Street in Beloit. And since then, police have been searching for the person responsible. In an affidavit, they referred to the situation as a drug deal gone bad. And on Saturday, Jacob Davenport was arrested in LaSalle, Texas. Thompson's family says this has restored their faith in the justice system.
I'm so thankful to the Beloit Police, LaSalle County, Texas authorities, and I'm thankful to the U.S. Marshal Service. They all did a great job.
Beloit police say they're still investigating portions of this case and that they're not available to comment right now. But Thompson's family says they find themselves missing James each day as it goes on by. And even in nice days like the last couple of days that they've seen, that they're just waiting to hear his truck coming on down the road. We'll hear more from family coming up tonight at 6.
Adam Duxter in Janesville. Adam, thanks.
The crime rate in the city of Janesville has reached its second lowest point in the last 20 years. Police Chief Dave Moore says some of his concerns include 14 heroin deaths in 2018 and 1 homicide. While he says these drops in numbers might be a result of increases in preventative policing, he says prevention takes more than just the efforts of officers on duty.
Janesville is a safe community. Our entire community is committed to those types of activities that lower a crime rate. It's not just the police department. It's our entire community, and everybody is working well together to push down that crime rate.
Chief Moore says the department plans to continue investing in preventative police measures to attempt to reduce crimes like domestic violence. The Madison Police Department has identified and arrested a 14-year-old boy accused of driving a stolen SUV, crashing with another vehicle, and then running from that crash scene. Madison police say 3 teenagers were inside this stolen SUV when it ran that red light. This was at the intersection of Mineral Point and South Gammon Roads on September 25th. The teens then took off running from the crash scene. Officials actually used DNA found in the driver's side airbag of that stolen SUV to link the crash to a Madison teenager. Police say that driver, well known to them and other law enforcement agencies as being prolific when it comes to vehicle thefts. The boy has suffered significant injuries in 3 crashes involving stolen cars, but was not hurt in this case. An international social media movement has made its way to Madison. People are calling it a useful viral sensation.
News 3's Jamie Perez explains how a Florida woman who recently moved here is bettering our community one piece of trash at a time.
The Southwest Bike Path is a popular place for people to run or bike here in Madison. But what you see on the surface of this trail doesn't show the truth if you just looked a little closer.
But when you actually stop and look, it's a lot of trash.
Anastasia Gunn has brought an online trend to our community called the trash tag movement.
I picked up 24 bags of trash in the past week.
She first posted about it on Reddit. If you search the hashtag trash tag, you'll find a lot of people do it around the world. It's a viral movement that encourages people to take pictures of a place that's littered with trash and then take photos of the area after they've cleaned it up.
Okay.
After introducing the concept to Madison, she's already inspired others to do this too.
Brought you out here?
Her message on Reddit.
Got an overwhelmingly positive response.
I asked her what inspired her to do this.
Take this path multiple times a week and I just noticed all the trash. And I was kind of waiting around for someone to do something about it and no one ever really did.
So here she is.
Exactly.
It's the same reason Jason Allen is here.
I was trying to pick burrs off of my shirt, but you know, I'm sure I'm gonna collect a lot more of them.
This is his second day on the job.
My ride to work has gotten so much more enjoyable since we cleaned up the other section back there and I don't have to look at garbage.
It's actually amazing the amount of trash that's hidden in the brush here.
It's so hard going through here and getting all the little things out from the leaves.
And some of the things they find are not here by accident.
Part of a TV.
If anyone needs a wheel, let us know.
It's a lot of work doing this voluntarily.
It's a lot more physically demanding than you anticipate it to be.
But everyone who joins Anastasia knows this isn't a waste of time.
We're cleaning up a lot of garbage, but that's not the solution to this problem. The solution is to stop letting this garbage get here in the first place.
In Madison,
I plan on keeping this going as long as I can.
Jamie Perez, News 3 Now.
Anastasia is planning on going out again this Saturday, and a group of Girl Scouts is joining her. If you'd like to get in contact with her and ask how you can help, you can message her on Reddit, and we have a link to that on our website at channel3000.com.
Wisconsin U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin is pushing for increased broadband resources for business owners in rural areas. Senator Baldwin introducing the Bipartisan Access Broadband Act, which would create a new National Office of Internet Connectivity. The office would help simplify the process. If a small business applies for federal support because of lack of broadband access, currently several federal agencies provide funding for businesses in need, but Senator Baldwin says this bill would create a one-stop shop application process.
What we want to do is make sure that no one in the 21st century is left behind, and the lack of access has impact on our small communities every day. We need to turn this around quickly.
Both houses of Congress have introduced the legislation. Senator Baldwin says she's hoping for quick consideration.
The 2019 Summerfest lineup has been announced. The event is scheduled for June 26th to July 7th this year. It's billed as the world's largest music festival, hosting 12 stages and more than 100 headlining artists over an 11-day period. Some of the headliners for the side stages include Cole Swindell, Jason Mraz, and T-Pain. American Family Insurance Amphitheater headliners include Thomas Rhett, Jason Aldean, Jennifer Lopez, and Lil Wayne. Tickets are on sale now. To see the full list of the lineup, head to our website, channel3000.com.
Well, of course, baseball is just getting started, but already the Packers are gearing up for football as they release their preseason schedule. The Packers' schedule features an opener at Lambeau Field and all 4 games against AFC teams. They'll start with the Houston Texans at home, at Baltimore, and then the Raiders at a location to be determined. Still finalizing the exact dates here as well. They'll finish with the Chiefs at Lambeau Field August 29th. More to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, actress Lori Loughlin and other prominent parents involved in the college admission scandal are facing a new charge now. We will explain.
Why the Trump administration is continuing to make changes to officials at the Department of Homeland Security.
On red numbers for all 3 major indices on Wall Street, the Dow tumbles almost 200 points. The Nasdaq down more than 44, and the S&P 500 loses 18. We'll be right back. Actress Lori Loughlin and her fashion designer husband have been hit with a new charge in the sweeping college admissions bribery case.
Loughlin and her husband are among 16 prominent parents indicted today on a charge of money laundering conspiracy. They are accused of paying $500,000 in bribes to get their daughters admitted to USC as crew team recruits, even though neither of them participated in the sport. The new charges come a day after fellow actress Felicity Huffman and a dozen other parents announced they would plead guilty to the scam.
President Trump says he is not planning to re-implement the family separation policy at the U.S. southern border. The president also railed against a federal court ruling that blocks a Trump administration program that would keep asylum seekers in Mexico while U.S. courts process their claims. The White House has purged the leadership now at the Department of Homeland Security, including DHS Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen. This is an attempt to get tougher on the border, they say. A senior official says the administration wants to change rules to allow the government to detain children for more than the current 20-day limit. They also want to make it more difficult for immigrants to seek asylum and also to get work permits.
We have bad laws. We have a judge that just ruled incredibly that he doesn't want people staying in Mexico. Figure that one out.
Stephen Miller, who is not confirmed by the Senate, strikes me as having a truly extreme view of immigration in the United States.
The numbers of migrants at the southern border, particularly women and children, are surging. According to the White House, apprehensions spiked above 100,000 in March.
Attorney General William Barr faced questions from a congressional panel on the Mueller report. Barr said a redacted report is coming soon, and he defended himself against criticism that his 4-page summary of the report didn't go far enough. Barr says he and special counsel Robert Mueller are still going through the report to make redactions in 4 specific categories. He promised to provide notes and respond to inquiries on his redactions, but said he would not release an unredacted version to Congress.
All right, let's get a look at your first alert forecast now. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield joining us, and with more details on what's coming the next couple days. Dave.
Yeah, we have a kitchen sink forecast setting up across much of the upper Midwest, Eric, with rain, snow, sleet, some thunderstorms, windy weather all on the way over the next couple of days. So alert days in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday, starting out with some rain showers and some mixed precipitation Wednesday, and then we could have another changeover to some mix and snow showers throughout the day tomorrow as well. About 1 to 2 inches of snow possible by the time we get to Wednesday night. But really, the accumulation factor here is not that high because this snow is not going to be around for that long. We have warm ground temperatures, and so that's really going to make it tough for any snow that does fall to actually stick around for very long. And on Thursday, we'll have some mixed precipitation early. It will be windy, and then some thunderstorms are possible as well. So here's what's going on right now across the United States. Our storm system in question still getting its final preparations together on the lee side of the Rocky Mountains. That will move in starting tomorrow. I think it will arrive in Madison right around the lunch hour with some rain and snow showers. And then Wednesday and Thursday, a whole lot of everything will be happening really across much of the area. So we'll have to pay particular attention to the weather over the next couple of days. Not too much going on Toppler Track right now. Some snow showers well to the north and some light rain showers into portions of northern Iowa, but really nothing to concern ourselves with just yet. Now, severe weather outlook tomorrow. These best chance of severe storms will be closer to Omaha, Nebraska, and across portions of western Iowa. Then on Thursday, some of these storms that come our way could be a little bit on the strong side, but I think that severe weather threat stays just to the south of Chicago and well south of us. And it is Severe Weather Awareness Week across Wisconsin, so it's a good time to review what we mean when we talk about severe thunderstorms. Hail 1 inch in diameter or larger, and or straight line winds of 58 miles per hour or greater. Sometimes severe thunderstorms do have tornadoes in them. Just because we have a lot of lightning and heavy rainfall doesn't make a thunderstorm severe, but we'll definitely let you know when we have severe thunderstorms possible in our neck of the woods. Temperatures right now are still in the lower 60s across southern Wisconsin, but check out just to our north, our friends in Rhineland are at 35 right now. So quite a temperature gradient across Wisconsin. Live look in Madison at partly sunny skies on the Edgewater Skycam. Today's high of 65 degrees, 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. Yesterday, we're in the 70s, so we felt like spring so far this week. Winter comes with a bit of a rude awakening over the next couple of days. Mostly cloudy and chilly with temperatures in the low 30s tonight as we head into tomorrow. Highs only in the upper 30s with some rain and snow showers possible, breezy and cold as well. So quickly we'll go through the scenario over the next couple of days. So rain and snow showers moving into southern Wisconsin late tomorrow morning into early tomorrow afternoon. Now it depends on those temperatures. It's going to be really sensitive as to what type of precipitation will be falling and just how much of that will be sticking to the ground. So everybody stay weather aware tomorrow. Then we'll have a chance of some mixed precipitation early Thursday. Thunderstorms come our way, at least the chance of thunderstorms, and windy weather on Thursday as well. And everything should be wrapping up on Friday. Generally looking at less than an inch of snow for much of southern Wisconsin, but maybe some locally higher amounts possible to the north of Madison. And we need to watch the rivers over the next couple of days as well, because some higher rain totals are possible over the next few days, and that could affect our rain totals and our river levels across the area. So we're watching that very closely. So here is a look at your first alert traffic update. Park Street and the Beltline, we are watching some slow go in both directions right now. Average speeds of about 15 to 30 miles per hour on the Beltline. No major accidents or incidents to report. And here are your drive times. University Ave to the interstate. That's a little bit slow right now, 27 minutes with an average speed around 35 miles per hour. Now, as far as temperatures go, we'll be a little bit chilly over the next couple of days. By the weekend, we should have some sunshine on Saturday with temperatures near 50.
All right, thank you, Dave.
Ahead at 5, gas prices are on the rise all around the country. Why experts say it's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets any better. That's after a short break. You've probably noticed gas prices are on the rise around the country.
Experts say it's going to get worse before it gets better. Chris Martinez reports from Los Angeles.
Prices at the pump are fueling frustration for many drivers, including Ken Carter.
If it's not an emergency or something that I really have to do, then I try not to drive.
The national average has skyrocketed 26 cents a gallon in just the past month. In California, it's much worse. Prices are already over $4 a gallon at some gas stations, a level not seen in almost 5 years.
It certainly is fairly exceptional to see an increase of this magnitude and so quickly.
Analyst Patrick DeHaan from GasBuddy.com says other states are feeling the pinch.
Oregon, Washington, Nevada, Arizona, all facing challenges of their own with prices rising double digits in the last week.
Refinery issues on the West Coast have contributed to the rising gas prices. Recent flooding in the Midwest also affected ethanol production, a fuel required in summer gas blends.
Really, the only way motorists can fight back right now is to shop around and be aware of various prices in their area.
With prices only expected to go higher, DeHaan also recommends filling up earlier in the week when gas prices are the lowest. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
A recent study by Gas Buddy revealed that Friday through Sunday are the worst days to fill up because prices tend to rise as the weekend approaches.
All right, and we will have another check of your forecast, including what to expect these next couple of days in just a moment. Stay with us.
So we're waiting to see what tomorrow will bring.
Yeah, exactly, with a little bit of everything on the way for most of us. So we'll start off with cloudy skies by the time we get to close to the lunch hour. some rain and snow showers are possible, and they could continue into the afternoon and evening hours. Much colder tomorrow with highs only in the upper 30s. Alert days in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday we'll have more of a rain-snow mix. Thursday we could start off with a mix, but then windy with a chance of some thunderstorms. Everything wrapping up by Friday, and temperatures near 50 with some sunshine on Saturday, so that's good news. Into next week, some more April showers look likely.
All right, Dave, thank you. We'll have more updates in 30 minutes on News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned for the CBS Evening News.